Hi guys and welcome back to Japan, where today I'm going to be trying to deal with something which this has been recommended a while back, and it's another one of those songs where I should have listened to it ages ago, and now I'm finally catching up with you guys' suggestions. Someone mentioned it again recently and I realised this was suggested to me first of all like 2 months ago, so apologies to everyone who's mentioned this song who I haven't got onto it. But I really enjoyed, I heard the Band-Maiko song and I had no idea what Band-Maiko was. I was really confused, like if they're different members, what's going on here? And then you guys explained it in full and I thought this is a really good suggestion. But there was another Band-Maiko song which was Secret Maiko Lips, or Secret Lips. So anyway, this had been suggested to me before. Again, I get the feeling that you guys are going to be contextualizing this with a lot of comments afterwards. But I'm just happy to hear more Band-Maiko actually. Because I really enjoyed hearing Band-Maid, who've been such a fantastic artist, and I think I've listened to more Band-Maid than any other artist now on this channel because there's just so much to get through, so many interesting things. And as I'm trying to cram this into their most popular songs so I can eventually build up like my top 5 songs, which you guys know I'm aiming to do, I thought I couldn't do that without listening to another one of the Band-Maiko songs, because the other one's still a strong contender to be on my top 5, to be honest with you guys. Because I just, although they're so good at that hard rock sound that I like to hear them experimenting with other things because they're good enough musicians that they can. And I was told that the sort of traditional Japanese sounds on the Band-Maiko songs are, maybe keyboard or produced ones, but they're really good sound fonts that they use, sound banks that they're getting their sounds from. So it sounds really genuine anyway, and it's delivered with even if they're not traditional Japanese instrument artists, which I don't know, but they've never shown any signs of being that. They're writing these songs with a real understanding for musicianship, and it comes across. So it doesn't sound at all fake. It sounds nice and genuine and real. So that mixture between the traditional Japanese sound and Band-Maiko, and also because I've recently, since the last Band-Maiko song, I've been listening to a lot of Wagaki band, who kind of are that same thing again. They're like hard rock meets traditional Japanese instruments, and it's just a fusion that I love. 2 things that I really love there put together, and 2 things that undoubtedly in my mind work together. The sort of sharp and nimble sounds of the traditional Japanese instruments, along with, the sort of energy of rock. So anyway, here we go. Band-Maiko, Secret Maiko Lips. Rolls off the tongue. Nice. Oh, that was just the intro. Okay. Nice use of the shamisen. Sounds like a pre-chorus. I really like it. I hope it's about to come in something now. Yeah. Oh, nice. Love the rhythm, how they use that sort of 3/4 over 4/4 thing there. Who are you looking at? Yeah, I really like this bit. Now I know it builds into the chorus. I think it's fantastic. Just it really builds up the mood. Nice. This also plays to the fact that a lot of traditional Japanese fused into jazz. There were a lot of jazz crossovers with traditional Japanese music for a while, and that really plays to that. By for a while, I mean like back in the 30s and 40s, I think. I see Tsutara in the background. I know you're at Shibuya Crossing. Well, they did one outside shot at Shibuya Crossing, one at Tokyo Town. I think the other one was a Sensoji Temple in Asakusa. But yeah, I think they did a little bit of a tourism thing there as well, going to the famous places. So they were playing for stereotypes, that much we can see. Sorry, I was just moving my coffee, if you could hear that sound. Sorry. It's coffee I haven't made yet, that's why it sounds like powder. It's instant coffee. I'm just going to show you. I'm in Japan, but I've got Korean coffee. Someone gave it to me. It's really nice. I'm going to get back to talking about music now. That was really good, actually. I think it didn't quite, as much as the second Band-Maiko song, I'm assuming the second one, I think this was the first of the two, it didn't quite as much fuse the Japanese sound with their own. This more just sounded like a straight band-made song with the Japanese traditional instruments thrown in on top of it. Now, the shamisen thing I really liked. I liked how that worked. The shakuhachi, like the flute sound, I think at times it sounded a little bit too thick. Like maybe it could have just been something that was sorted in the mix, but it sounded like when it came in it was too thick and it kind of sort of sludged up the sound a little bit. Like I don't know, that sounded like a very weird choice how they used the shakuhachi sound, but the shamisen sound really made the song, made the riff, made everything move a lot better, and I really enjoyed that. I will say, I know this is actually something I'm going to say because of comments that have come up recently, because recently I reviewed Start Over, and I was kind of shocked because a lot of people, we had really great discussion in the comments on that one. A lot of people were talking about the fact that there had been a bit of a fan backlash over the fact it sounded quite poppy, which I could kind of understand. I mean, I never understand people who complain about their favourite bands trying a different style and being more diverse, especially when they're this good as musicians. But one point which was made, which really kind of surprised me, and then I went back and thought about it, was the fact that it wasn't just that it was poppy, but people didn't like that there was no guitar solo in it. And I went back and realised, yeah, there is a guitar solo in almost, maybe in every single Band-Maid song. And I was thinking, well, the guitar solo is virtually never my favourite bit. Because a guitar solo is a guitar solo. And this might also detract from the quality of a lot of the band's bridges, because, you know, sometimes a really good bridge is just in the way you write it. You can write a really interesting bridge melody. So I do worry that sometimes they rely too much on the guitar solos, and this is nothing against the lead guitar. She's fantastic. And like I say, some of them are brilliant, but I don't think every single song benefits from having that. And this was one example where when they got to the bridge, I was thinking, maybe it's just because I'm thinking about it now, but I was thinking, I really hope you have a shamisen solo, because a shamisen solo would have been perfect, but they didn't. They went for the guitar solo. Again, that might be because of the fact that, that I don't think any of them actually... Well, actually, no, I was about to say I don't think any of them played shamisen. I don't know if she was just acting it, but one of them was holding a shamisen, if I remember correctly. Now, I'm going to have to rewind that and check that out. But I wonder if they actually can play shamisen. Actually, no, it was the bass player, wasn't it? I think it was Misa who was holding the shamisen. Oh, well, I don't know. You guys are going to have to help me with this in the comments. But I just thought, well, this would have been a great example, a chance where they could have got away with a solo that wasn't a guitar solo. So in a way, I think this one, I'm being a bit harsh now, so I should probably actually jump to another point, which I wanted to say that it is a fantastic melody. This is actually, despite everything I'm saying, this is now becoming in itself probably moving forward to being a stronger contender for my top 5 than the other one was, because the melody was fantastic. Weirdly enough, every time the pre-chorus, I loved that pre-chorus, the way it built up, but every time it came into the chorus, I was kind of strangely, for some reason, it felt like it was building up towards the chorus from Don't You Tell Me. If you listen to that again, just try that. Try listening to the song, and when the pre-chorus comes in, just as it's about to go into the chorus, press space and imagine the chorus from Don't You Tell Me. I think that actually, it will kind of work. But anyway, that to one side for a second. This was, really catchy, really good melody, really enjoyed it. I think they could have stood to go more for a traditional Japanese sound in places. I like the little inclusion of things like the little jazz bit was quite clever. That actually did pay a nice homage to the way that a lot of that Japanese traditional music fused with different styles, certainly throughout the 20th century. There was a lot of things to like about that. I set the Band-MAID bar so high for them because they're so good that it's hard for them to jump over it, and they're so consistently good songs. So I do tend to come out more critical of their music just because we all know on the basis it's almost like take it for granted that it's going to be really great. So, we have to sort of concentrate on the details to open up the discussion. And so I would say if I was going to sum this up, like I said, it certainly is sounding like it's going to be one of my favourite songs. I've got a lot to review, but one of my favourite songs by them. I really did enjoy it. I'm definitely looking forward to listening to it again. But if I were to be critical, I would perhaps say that there was room to have been more experimental with the sound. But then again, that's a hard one to criticise because obviously when they came back to Band-Maiko the second time, they were more experimental. So they eased into it a bit. So yeah, there's nothing really that I can pick out and complain about this that they haven't in a way sort of addressed through their own career. And it was very catchy. I really enjoyed seeing the band looking like they were having fun. This one did come across a little bit more, like I say, they almost seemed like they were a little bit more like they were parodying traditional Japanese tropes. But I liked it, and I think it showed charm, good writing, good musicianship, and just a sense of experimental playfulness. So yeah, great song. Sorry about nitpicking too much, but I do think there's a few points to be made there. And I'm looking forward to hearing more by them. I'm looking forward to hearing more by Band-Maiko. I hope they invest more into that because it's a fun experiment. It's one that just seems to suit them really well. So anyway, for now, from Japan, of course, ciao ciao. Getting those comments. I'm always looking forward to hearing what you guys say on interesting songs like this. And there will be more. And I'm now working towards, I've got a few more Band-Maid songs I'm going to be listening to, like Don't Let Me Down, Daydreaming, Alone, Order. Some of these have been recommended, some of these are ones I've picked up on my own. I'm kind of getting close to the end of the list where I'm going to think about now drawing a line and saying, okay, I'm going to make this decision on a top 5. So if there's anything you want to get into suggestion-wise, now's a good time to do it. But until then, enjoy the channel. Watch some of the old videos, watch some of the new ones. There'll be more every day as usual. But as I say, ciao for now.